Next time you walk into a restaurant that you have a reservation for, don't go up to the desk and be like, "Oh, I'm here for my reservation." You definitely need to show up and be like, "Yes, I'm here for my spaghetti appointment." It's just way funnier, and I encourage all of you. Yo, the Jigglyplex team has launched a Game Jam VI at us. That means six in Spanish or something. Um, it says October 24, 2021st, but it's actually from December. Dude, I can't even talk. This is going to be a tough one to get through. Appreciate you clicking on the video. I mean, cool stuff is coming. Some of these updates that I'm about to read are not coming to the game. They're not going to. They're not going to pass the poll. Others are already coming or have already passed or this or that, yada, yada, yada. Let's just jump into it. There's a bunch of ones. I'm going to skim through some of them. I'm going to timestamp some of them. So if you want to like directly look at what it is we're looking at, but I'm going to, kind of read bits of what the proposals are and then just give my thoughts and feedback on them too. So if you like that kind of stuff, then definitely stick around. Appreciate you once again clicking on this. If you do enjoy the content, subscribe and do all that good stuff and whatever else. And look at Penny. She's getting a head scratch. That's my dog, you know. So I will pet her head for every like this video gets. Okay, Mayor Gubbins Hall. We're starting off with an impossible to say name. Well, I just said it, so I guess it's not that bad. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Look at him. Skogsra, Dovra, and Bjurga. Can we just go with like Hank, Steve, and Rick? Please? Please, I beg. I can't read these names. It's insane. No one can. So here's the elevator pitch. What are we looking at? This new content aims to create a mutualistic activity for PVMers and skillers to play to defeat this nightmare troll. Skillers focus on supply and demand, while PVMers provide new materials while fending off Mayor Gubbins until dawn so the leader can sleep peacefully. Content offers a bridge between the two playstyles in the early and mid game. Cool. What do we need to know about it? Come on, what are we looking at? So this is a mini game. There's this boss thing that you're fending off. You can go into different roles. One of the roles is woodcutting, fletching, cooking, crafting, and the other role is PVMing, and you're doing stuff. So I love this idea because it was one that I've been hoping for a while. Is like an actual tower defense mini game where you're like protecting a castle from an onslaught, and I want there to be like a full team where you're like, okay, we've got archers, we've got meleeers, we have wizards, like Castle Wars, but like on crack, you know what I'm talking about? And like to get your runes, you need to go craft them. To get your arrows, you got to go arrow them and stuff like that. So that's kind of what this is. You'll be able to get those resources, make yourself bows and armors and stuff like that, and use it to defend the place. So interesting, for sure. Here's what the little land is going to kind of look like. You got a cauldron, you've got some gremlin beards, spinning wheel, workbench, deposit. The grove entrance looks like an agility shortcut to get across. So I love the idea. I think this is really cool. You've got more stuff going on here without reading through all of it. But yeah, there's no rewards proposed at this point. Love to hear your suggestions. Dude, just make it XP. Just make it like a multi-faceted XP gainer for skilling, for like fletching, cooking, crafting, etc. Like, just give us an alternative to like blowing glass and stuff, you know? Blowing glass if you want to AFK at a bank. Mayor Gubbins Hall if you want to do something fun. Of course, just throw a pet on it and people will do it. I don't know. Like, you do whatever you want. The rewards are not important. The content is kind of cool. Player-owned lodge and fragrant harvest minigame. What is going on here? Ooh, that looks kind of cool. We got pink trees and stuff. So the idea is there's this island that you can sail to. Yes, sailing. And when you arrive on this island, there will be this lodge. You can make it your own. So you'll find yourself, you'll be sailing to this long abandoned island dotted with cherry trees. You'll find the ghost of Aunt Ira, who needs your help to repair her tea shop and bring peace to the spirits of the island. With her blessing, you'll restore the lodge and make it your own. Yeah, so you're going to be basically on an instanced island where you can probably just like, it's a player-owned house, and you can upgrade it and do stuff like that with it, which is kind of cool. And then it turns into a mini game also. So as you can see what's going on in the GIF here, you're like upgrading your workbench. This guy's giving himself some rune bars to upgrade. But yeah, you'll have some mining, woodcutting, fishing, crafting. Like, it's your own little island that you can do stuff on. This is what I want sailing to be, is a bunch of cool islands where there's different pieces of content on it. and to sail to them, it's like fun to sail to them somehow. And then once you're there, you do a bunch of stuff on the island. So the mini game that they're proposing for this is called Fragrant Harvest. Again, great name because it's just 2 English words as opposed to Mergubbins Hall, whatever. Yeah. With the lodge up and running, spirits are dying for a nice cup of tea. I forget sometimes that we play a medieval mythical video game. Like, it's not cool. You know, when you read stuff like this, you're like, oh, that seems super nerdy. And then you realize, wait, no, we've been doing that for a long time. But yeah, we're giving tea to ghosts. Sick. So the mini game is all about making tea. There's no rush or time limit. You can stop or start whenever you feel like it. The loop involves getting a basket, collecting falling blossoms, brewing the collected petals, and serving tea to the visiting spirits. So that's that's the mini game. Very simple, very basic. Kind of like, it gives like Kingdom of Miscellanea vibes, where you come and go to this island as you please, and you probably, like it says, you're brewing tea. Like, you're probably like steeping the tea. You put it in the vat, and then you just leave and come back a few hours later. But yeah, what are the rewards going to be? Well, Pink Graceful. It's happening. It looks pretty good, to be honest, but this is a must. Mod Skylark shared our vision. We couldn't get it over our minds. You'll see us wearing this on Wednesdays. Yeah, on Wednesdays we wear pink. That's a reference from like Interstellar, I think, or something. Comment below what movie it's from. Cherry Blossom Tangleroot. This is my boy. This is my boy, Pinky Groot or something. So that's a cool reward that you can get from it. And then upgrading your spirit tree to a cherry tree. That's kind of cool too. I'm all for it. What are we looking at next? We're looking at a Slayer Monster Smorgasbord board. 3 new Slayer creatures looking to be added with some interesting ideas. Black background, yellow text. Well, they show it down here. So this thing right here is a weird looking prism. It's like a Rubik's Cube. It's a magical floaty box. Every 30 seconds, it will enter vulnerability phase, where attacks on each side reward you with increased attack speed. Pray an AFK for slower kills, or bring a slow, high damage weapon to exploit this weakness with escalating speed. So picture like a monster in the middle, and let's get the paint up. Let's do it. We're painting. So picture a we got, there he is. There's the lad. And we're gonna make him pink. Now, what you're doing is your character's standing here, and you're gonna give a smack, right? And eventually, this monster will go into vulnerability phase. So then you're gonna run to here, and you're gonna smack it on this side. And you're gonna run over here, and you're gonna smack it on this side. And then you're gonna run over here, and you're gonna smack it on this side. And when you do that, you use like a barrel chest anchor, or a elder maul, or a DH axe, or something like that, and you'll hit some big numbers and stuff like that. It's kind of what they're talking about. So cool, I guess, as a Slayer monster. The Pious Monk. He's just standing there menacingly. This unassuming fellow seems to have nothing special going on, but dish out enough damage, and he will transform into a grotesque demon form. And then you can use demon spells for guaranteed max hits. They're just trying to give a purpose to demon spells, really. Currently, there's no reason. Armored Trolls. So they showed, what does this guy look like? Yeah, he's just looking like, he's like, hey, I'm a troll. Basically, if you use a stab weapon, you will consistently hit slowly and pierce through the armor with little effort, also known as AFK with a Osmumpton's Fang. But if you wanted to, you could bring a crush weapon, and you'll shatter his armor, and then you switch to a slash weapon, and you will have guaranteed accuracy. Interesting. I like it. You know, if you're going to do Slayer creatures, add a couple of little mechanics to them. Currently, there's so many Slayer creatures where there's no mechanics, you just kill them. So I like this. This is what Slayer should be. This turns Slayer into more of a skill. It's like you're using mechanics to fight creatures, whereas monsters that are not Slayer creatures, there's no mechanics. Does that make sense? Like if you're killing a guard in Varrock, like there's no mechanics, you just kill it. But if you're killing a jelly, you should have to do something weird to the jelly to kill it. Sanguinancy. Sick, another cool name. Sang meaning blood, sanguinity staff. We got sanguine ornament kit. We got stuff like that. Yeah, it's blood. It's blood based. Here's what they've done. Do you want free blood shards? Yes. Well, they're not going to be free. We're just giving you another way of doing it. You're going to be able to take a bunch of blood items, put them in a vat, and then it's going to spawn a blood jelly. And when you kill the blood jelly, it has a chance to drop a blood shard. So it seems really weird at first, but it kind of like, I'm kind of interested because it says right here, you'll need to put a lot of items in the machine to have a reasonable chance at a blood shard. So blood runes, vials of blood, blood essence. Ideally, you'll throw in enough stuff that your input is roughly the same value as a blood shard. Ballpark is about 10 million GP. So if you're putting in 10 million worth of blood runes, it'll then have a chance to give you a blood shard. There's not many. I mean, there's two ways of getting a blood shard right now. It should be on like the Tob drop table. It should also be on the Nightmare drop table, and things like that. But I don't know. This is their way of. It's a weird. I don't know. It's weird. This is just the same as when they made it. Oh, what is that thing called? With the rune crafting for Iron Man, how you can get more blood runes by paying GP. This is just an Iron Man update, but it looks kind of fun for mains too, because they talk about this as being kind of like the Falador party room, where someone can load this thing up and then you get a mass. It'll scale infinitely, so you get like a huge mass of people to come kill this freaking giant thing. Currently dead content, but if they turned it into being like some sort of actual, like there's a couple of items on the clog or something like that, then people might do it, but I don't know. It's a weird one for sure. King Kayat sounds like a rapper or something. I don't know, but yeah, this is a it's a boss. It's a skilling boss, so think Wintertodd and Zulcano, but this one is for Hunter and crafting. So the gameplay is you will temporarily weaken the King Kayat by placing parts of his own kin mobs into a sacrificial fire. When the power's at 100%, the ritual can take place and the encounter will end. To achieve this, players will need to do the following. Not going to read through all of that, but you're going to do some stuff. Just like picture Wintertodd, but reskinned, just like Temperos is a reskin of Wintertodd. And then you'll get some rewards. The rewards is what matters. What is it going to give us? You can get a Spottiest cape, which more weight reduction and increased catch rate of things. Kayat leather can be used to create a new cosmetic outfit. Kayat hairball, so you can create gloves of silence and rogue gloves. I don't know, it's like there's some stuff there. If we look at these, so gloves of silence. So rogue gloves and gloves of silence is a must-have for thieving. It offers increased pickpocket success rate and counts as rogue gloves for double loot. The Kayat Fur Scrap will reinforce your Kayat outfit to negate all incoming damage from hunter creatures, yada yada yada. I've lost a bunch of you at this point, so if you're still here, pretend currently that you're at McDonald's and you're ordering through the drive-thru, and just comment that in the description, I mean comment box or whatever. That'd be a good thing to keep you occupied while I keep reading. So, any chocolate bar enthusiasts? Chocolate brewing? Cacao trees? Yeah. So there's this new place coming called the Tlati Rainforest. Is that what it is? Yeah, Tlati Rainforest. Fun to say. So they're just looking at what are we going to put out there. So they're talking already about this new patches, new farming area, cacao trees or cocoa. Yeah, so at 60 farming, you can plant cocoa seeds. What else we got? Chocolate's delicious by itself, but you can combine it with other stuff, such as chili powder. So then they're going to have chili seeds. You got a Garden of Raylos, so all these new seeds will need new patches. Welcome to the luscious Garden of Raylos, a brand new area within the Tlati Rainforest with patches for cocoa, flowers, calquat seeds, panic buy, and an allotment. So yeah, you'll be just getting more farming area with new stuff. You'll what am I going to do with it? Well, chocolate brewing. You'll be able to make these weird potions. Now, this is a calquat gourd. Those have been useless, but now they'll actually have a use, I guess. You can make some spicy cocoa liquor. I mean, let's read the recipes. For the spicy thing, it'll give you 10% energy per sip, 30% reduction to energy drain. So that's like a low-level stamina, kind of. Cocoa liquor, 20% energy per sip, 50% reduction to energy drain. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting that they're pushing all these things and they're still doing a energy rebalance like at some point, and this is all going to be useless and pointless. But anyways, some stuff going on there. It's fine. Like these are the kind of updates that I don't know why they tell us about. Just put it in the game. It's fine. It's inconsequential. Mounted trophy rework by Mod Ash. So this is a good one. No, they're just going to change some things with construction so you can get some more mounted heads. Like, I honestly think maybe 6 people care about this. No offense, but it's just like, who cares? POH is for spec energy and run, and that's it. What else? Yeah, it's telling us what levels we can build these things at. Coming soon to a player-owned house near you. Very cool. Miscellaneous things, Mod Necro. So this one I was lost at. I'm not going to lie. Why do we need a better Holy Wrench? It's wildly inconsistent when you get a 2% boost, and it's confusing. Well, no, it's not. 2% is literally 0.2 of 1,000 or something like that. Our first proposal is to flatten out the bonuses. So at level 40, you get 1 prayer point. 60, you get 2. 80, you get 3. You know what? I can get behind that. Sure. That's fine. Just end it there. But our second proposal is more complex and gives you a thing called devout points. This is where I'm lost. It's not old school anymore. Old school is prayer, and like this is EOC looking stuff. When you drink a prayer pot, you get devout points equal to 40% of the prayer points restored and capped at 1 dose worth of points, so never more than 30 at 95. I'm lost! For example, at 95 prayer, you'd restore 30 prayer points for a prayer potion and gain 12 devout points. You'll get 20% more prayer points restored per prayer potion, which could absolutely be brought down a notch. Well, what do you think? Yeah, bring it down a notch. You're not going to flat out buff prayer pots 20% overnight. What are you talking about? The system has potential. Neat inventory-based prayer booster. Love to hear your thoughts on it. My thoughts are just, why? Has anyone ever complained about this? We just got prayer regeneration potions in the game through the Huicoatl. We don't need the Holy Wrench reworked. I'm sorry. This is just, I don't know. I'm lost on this one. This is clearly not aimed at me because I've never seen anyone complain about this. I've never complained about it. It's not something that we're like begging for. It's not a cool, fun new reward. It's just giving life to an old reward such as the Holy Wrench, which is from a like 6-minute quest. So take a breath, Flump. I'm good. Yeah. Okay. Sheep Herder fix. Cool. Yeah, they're gonna fix that stupid quest so that it is smoother. Rare loot table and black steel ingots. So right now the rare drop table, the RDT or whatever people call it, when you hit it, you can get a shield left half. That's like the best thing you can get, or a dragon spear. There's a lot of like gems and whatever stuff on it, but it's whenever you hit it, you get some bad loot every single time, essentially. But what they want to do is add some drops that will be worth between 100 and 400k to the rare drop table. So when you hit the drop table, you could also roll a second rare drop table. So instead of getting Addy Javelins, you'll be getting Addy Javelins plus something else, is what it seems like. So potential entries would include the Black Steel Ingot, a rare metal favored by Chaos Dwarves. On its own, it doesn't do anything, but it can be a potent reinforcer if alloyed. So to use this, you're going to use it on a dragon square shield, and it will make a dragon square shield combine with an anti-dragon shield. So it'll be an anti-dragon shield with defense. People have talked about that in the past. They talked about just straight up giving the dragon square shield that ability, and it got shot down, but that's what they're talking about now with a rare drop table. What else should they put on the rare drop table? What's your favorite update out of all of these? Personally, I look forward to this minigame for sure. I wish it was called something else rather than Mayor Gubbins. Player-owned lodge. This is I've wanted something like this for a long time. I don't want a player-owned lodge. I want a player-owned kingdom. Like you have an entire kingdom, and instead of like all those little hot spots for like rooms, you have hot spots. Like they just add more rooms. They add like, oh, do you want a villager tent? Do you want a infirmary? What is it called? Yeah, you want this. Anyways, you could build a whole kingdom yourself and then play around in it. It would be huge for the construction skill. But yeah, they're doing a player-owned lodge. It's an interesting idea. It's nice that you're going to be able to sail to it. Gives us an idea of where sailing will bring us. Pink Graceful's good. This pet's good. That's good. 3 new Slayer monsters. It's good, but it's like, why like, yeah, it's fine. Just add more Slayer monsters. I think we could build out more Slayer monsters for sure. None of these are going to be high level though, so it's just going to be like you put them on your block list unless they're good enough to keep. And if they're good enough to keep, then that means it's increasing Slayer XP per hour. I don't know, man. What else do we got? This blood jelly thing is freaking weird, and it's just making blood shards easier to get, and that's bad. I don't think we need more blood shards. I do agree that having them added to more drop tables is a good thing. I thought maybe a Raxor could drop some or something like that. But then it'll just lower the price of them, so there's no winning with blood shards. Please, just delete them. Get rid of it. And then you can actually add Soul Split to the game when you eventually add more prayers. So, I don't know, man. So, King Kayat, yeah, another minigame. I hope they space out the 2 skilling minigames by at least 6 months, because it'll just be overwhelming if they're short back-to-back. And then, yeah, this whole Twilight Rainforest, inconsequential, just throw in the game, it's fine, no one will do it. But yeah, that's where we're at. Appreciate you watching. Subscribe to catch more videos in the future. I am going to go back to work in real life. Say bye, everyone. Goodbye.